As you know, we froze a number of projects after the coup d'etat, but we never reduced actually the personnel in order to be able to resume whenever that would have been possible. And we resumed fully cooperation at the end of January after the adoption of the roadmap by the transitional authorities, and that means we were able to do so because all the personnel was available. Some projects were interrupted for security reasons. That's the case of the road construction. The EU is financing the road to Tombouctou, 500 kilometers of road, and that has been interrupted because the work could not be continued because of the presence of these armed groups. That's one thing. We interrupted a number of projects that were benefiting the state or were contributing to the state budget, and so that's where we had to adapt ourselves to reserve that money for the future, and this is why we are able to mobilize now for the state building contract so quickly budget, because we have been frozen a number of things that were stalled. That's another aspect. And then we have to also to revise or to mobilize new funds for emergency actions through the instrument of stability, for providing means to the security forces to do their job, for providing the means for the government to restore social services in the cities that were occupied, etc. So that this is a combination of resuming all projects, putting together emergency funding for projects that are needed due to the situation, etc. Well, these projects have a direct impact on the population. The one is on drinking water, so that has a direct impact obviously on families, on health, etc. The second project is hydraulic projects for irrigation, and that will give occupation for about 1,000 families in a couple of weeks. So this, you see the results, and it's not something a long-term result that we're expecting on this. This is going to be effective tomorrow. Well, I think this a more general lesson to be learned is that Mali was thought to be a model of democratic development, of sustainability, etc. And we have seen that it was extremely fragile. So there's certainly a long-term reflection on how we should organize our cooperation with a number of countries in the same situation of weakness, institutional weakness. So that's certainly maybe not operational from today, but a reflection that needs to be carried out. That's certainly the first thing in global terms.